Welcome. In this tutorial, we are going to look on the room tool in Revit. Room tool is a very important tool when it comes to extracting some information about rooms, such as the allocations, the sizes, the numbers. We can even use schedules to extract some more information about rooms. Now, to explain about rooms, I'm going to use another view. I'm going to go to this ground floor, right click, and then I will duplicate this view, duplicate, and I'm going to rename this one. I'm going to rename it ground floor with rooms. Now I'm going to go ahead and select these sections. Use Control Select to select more, and I will go ahead here to hide in view to remain with a very clean floor plan. Okay, let's now look on the room. To access the room tool, you go to Architecture tab and then go to Room and Area. Select this one here, and this is now how it looks on the outside. But when we approach a closed area, we can see that this area is highlighted. This means that we can place a room in this highlighted area. We can now click once to put that particular room. When you hover over it, you see that cross sign. You can select it and you can delete it. We have this warning. It is going to always tell you that the room is deleted, but it remains in the schedule. Now let us look on tag on placement option. When you click on the room, you will have three options, and one is tag on placement. When this one is highlighted, you can see we have the room, and we can have that small rectangle for the tag here, like the number. When you click maybe once, you see we have the room name and the number. Let us delete it for now, and now go to room, and we are going to unhighlight that one. In this case, you see that we only have the room, like room tool, no tag, no area, nothing. That's the importance of tag on placement. When this one is activated, you can even choose what to show. For instance, you can go in here and you choose a room tag with area, with volume, and so on. If you choose a room tag with area, you can see that we have room, we have the number, and we have also the area. You can see that. Now let's look on the room separator. Let us go to room and place a room here. Now you can see that this entire room plus the dining room plus the corridor is all covered. Sometimes we do not want that. We want to divide. For instance, we have the living and the dining, but this corridor is not part of that room. Now let's go and select this one, delete, and what we are going to do, we are going to go to room separator. When we click on the room separator, we have options such as rectangle, line, and so on, to add a kind of line. Now I am going to place a line here to kind of separate the corridor with the living and dining room. When I go back to architecture, then go to room, and when I place the room now, you can see that it only covers this area without this corridor. So you see that we have the option to also place the corridor as the second room. You can go ahead and place all these types in some other places where you want some to place rooms. For instance, here on the porch we do not have a line here, so we can go to the room separator and then we can place one here and maybe another one here. Yeah, and the next time if you are going to place the room, now you see that you can be able to place a room on that new areas. Let's now look on the room bounding option. Let's go to room. I will not save the project for now and place a room here. When you select this room, you can always use tab to select or to switch between elements. Click. You can see that here on this bathroom, the room covered only this area excluding this technical room. That is because this particular wall has a room bounding property on it. Now, let us select this one and go to properties. Scroll down. You will see here on this room bounding and it is checked. If you uncheck this one, then go back and select, you can see that now this room has extended its boundaries to this wall here. What this means, it means that some unnecessary room bounding walls can be removed because we want the area for this particular bathroom, but because of this small wall there was a boundary, so we can remove it so that we can have the exact area. Let's now go on and explore highlight boundaries option. Let's go to room, and on these three options we have highlight boundaries option. When you click on that, you will see all the room boundaries are now highlighted. You can see we have some walls here in all the colors, and you can also see that we have these room separator lines here. It means even the room separators are acting as room boundaries. Now this is to kind of check whether your rooms are bounded as you expect. Now you know where the room starts and ends. You can add or reshape the room depending on what you want. Now let us explore on how to place rooms automatically. Now that you have already checked where the boundaries of your rooms are and you confirmed them, you can now easily place the rooms. You can go to room and then you can click on place rooms automatically. Click on that and every room in here is placed inside. Now you can close and you have all your rooms. Now that we have finished creating the rooms, we are now going to rename them. We are going to start from here. You go to the room, double click, and then you can name it maybe veranda. Now this one is the porch. This one is the store. This one is kitchen. This one is living plus dining. This one is corridor. This one is the bath. This one is the kids' room. This is the master bedroom. This is the master bath. And we are now done. Now let's look on how to make the room legends. When you look on how the namings are, for instance, here you see they overlap, there's some Revit elements here. For instance, it is embedded in the kitchen. Everything does not really look nice. The technique to solve this is to use the room legends. How do we do that? We are going to create some colors, and they are associated with some of this naming here, and then after we are going to remove the names inside. Okay, now to create the room legends, we are going to go to annotate, and we straight go to color fill legends. Here it will ask me to save the project. Now I'm going to cancel that for a while. Now I'm going to create or to place the room legend here, and after clicking once, we have this dialog box where we are going to choose the space type. We are going to go to this drop down menu and choose rooms, and on the color scheme we are going to go to the names. So colors are going to be associated with the names. Now I will click OK, and you can now see that Revit has generated colors associated with the rooms, and it automatically colored the entire room. So now you can know which room is which without the need of reading these ugly texts. I can now go and move this one a little bit and maybe put it a little bit far from this elevation marker, and now that's it. This is the one we have now. Because we have these legends, now we can go on and delete all these tags inside these rooms. We can only select the tags, not the room, and hit delete. Now you can see that the room is going to remain with its color. Now I'm going to do it for all the rooms, but I will try to be quick on that. Alright, now you can see that we have a very clean plan here with some colors where they are given certain names here on the legend. Now let's go on and look on how to make some changes on the legend. Let's go and select this legend, and I'm going to edit scheme. This dialog will appear here. This is where you can either choose none, or choose the department, or choose the names. You can see that when I click none, everything is changing, and when I hit apply, you see what it looks like now. Let's go to department, and then you see colors in. If you hit apply, then we have back our colors, but mainly we have the name as the category. Now here you can either delete something or rename it, and you can see here we still have all our names, the numbers, visibility, and the colors. Now we can go on and change some fields and types on the kitchen and on the baths, because we need to have a kind of waterproof type of material in these areas. Now I'm going to go and look for the kitchen here. Go to this field pattern, and I'm going to choose cross hatch. I'm going to choose this one, and you can see that it's not that visible right now, but we can click on here on the color and maybe try to go down a little bit so that it can actually be visible, and we hit OK. Then we click apply, and we can now go to the master bath here. Go to solid fill. Now we are going to change into cross hatch also, and this one, okay, we are going to kind of make it a little bit darker so that we can possibly see it. And we are going to also go to the master bath. Okay, that's it. And let's go to bath again here, and we are going to change it into cross hatch also, like this, and we will hit apply. Now hit OK. Okay, it's not that visible, but you can see that we have these types in here, in the bathroom here, and in the master bath. You can see that we have these types. If you want to change some colors in here, you can go back to this and edit scheme. Instead, here maybe on the master bathroom here, maybe instead of having that type of color, we can now go to something like maybe blue something, and maybe reduce a little bit. We do not really have to have it sharp, and click OK, apply, and now you can see it properly here. Okay, you can do the same to all the rooms that you want to be visible, and that's actually how you can make some changes and edits. Alright, now that we have created our legend and we are satisfied by its look, we are now going to go ahead and create some schedules which will help us to extract some information about our rooms. To go to the schedules, we are going to go to quantities here on the project browser. Quantities, schedules and quantities, right click and create new quantities and schedules. You will scroll down here and go to rooms. Okay, and now you click OK. Here we will have some schedule properties, and we have some available fields. We are going to extract a lot of information, but particularly on this, in this case, we are going to use the area. We select the area and we use these arrow tools to add this parameter in the schedule field. Now we are going to go to name, and we are going to click add this arrow. We are maybe going to look on the numbers or the counts here, or even the numbers. and then we click on these arrows here. Maybe let me do this by mistake, and I mistakenly added this property here. And sometimes you can do that, but if you want to be back or to remove this one, you are going to use this arrow tool and you are good to go. Now you see that we have area name number, which is not right. I am going to have the number on the top, then the name, then the area. So I'm going to select this one, the name, and use these arrow tools here. I'm going to move these properties up so we have the name, but I think here we made a mistake. I'm going to bring it back, and I want this one to go up. Okay, and now we have the name, which is going to go up again, and we are now good to go. We are going to remain with only these properties, and we are going to hit OK. Now we have our room schedules here. You see we have the number here, we have the store, the kitchen, master bedroom, and their corresponding areas here. Now you see that we can use this information to kind of maybe order some materials or do some things else. You can see that we have room 0, which was not placed. We can now select this one and go to delete, hit OK, and now we remain with our correct schedule here.